Hey, craft beer fans! Welcome back to Clashing Pumpkins, the epic pumpkin beer tournament with Sugashane. If you missed the end of the semifinals, click the icon on your screen and go watch right now. If you already watched, get amped for the final clash you've all been waiting for. Night Owl and Pumpkin Ale risk it all for the title of Clashing Pumpkins champion. Now let's check out our bracket.
Here's our final bracket, with the last two pumpkin brews ready to clash. Night Owl and Pumpkin Ale carved up the competition and clashed their way into the finals. Which pour will rise to the top? The final judgment comes today. Now let's get clashin'!
The day of final judgment is upon us. One of these exceptional pumpkin brews will capture the title of Best Pumpkin Beer, and as far as the other one, let's just say the Gourd Reaper will be waiting in the shadows. Yikes. Before we get into the usual head-to-head with the 5 categories, I just want to say, it doesn't matter how this shakes out, each one of these pumpkin brews are exceptional. They're really enjoyable to drink, and they're well-rounded in every way. So, just wanted to put that out there. Now, before we jump right into our categories, we're going to keep those matchups a little bit more brief today. I know we've already run through both of these beers multiple times, so if you want all the juicy details, go check out our earlier episodes. Now, both of these are freaking awesome, but we have to pick a winner. This is a tournament after all. So, let's get it going. Alright, let's get our sniff on and see which of these final 2 pumpkin beers smells the best. Starting with Pumpkin Ale from Schlafly first. Okay, now on to beer number 2, Night Owl. Wow, I might have to do a re-sniff because these are both dynamite. So let's just do another round here, if you will. Alright, we gotta pick one. So, this guy's a little sweeter, but they both have really good pumpkin smell. We gotta pick one. Make up your mind, dude. I think as far as overall smell, I think we have to go with Night Owl. It just has a more of a robust spice profile. There's just more ingredients to it. So that's more appealing to me. All right, move on to category number 2, pumpkin flavor quality. Next up, pumpkin flavor quality. Let's start with Pumpkin Ale. Like we said before in other episodes, really, really high quality pumpkin pie type simulation is what this really is. It's what this is after. It's definitely got the sweetness in there. Cheese it time. Okay, our palate cleanser is gone. So, pumpkin flavor quality for Night Owl. Oh yeah, much more of a spice element to this. There's also some ginger in there. Yeah, I think as far as pumpkin authenticity, I think if we were going with pumpkin pie authenticity, I think this guy would absolutely nail it. But we're really just going with straight up pumpkin flavor quality. And for that reason, this guy takes the cake. So, scoreboard update. We're at 2-0 already. That's quick. So, let's see what we got in the next category, mouthfeel. Let's see which pour has the more appealing experience for your palate. Starting with Pumpkin Ale. Kind of velvety, It's a little bit viscous. It's not that thin. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, the spice is not really as prevalent as it is with Night Owl, but alright, Cheez-It break. Alright, Cheez-It's down the hatch. Now, Night Owl mouthfeel. Yeah, I mean, again, I think this just has more of an appealing mouthfeel experience. It's more stimulating than pumpkin ale from Schlafly is, just mainly because of the superior spice blend. I mean, it's just more, it really kind of stimulates your senses more than this guy over here. Yeah, this is velvety, but it doesn't have that, like, oh wow, like there's a lot going on here. It's not as complex, I guess I'll say that. So, scoreboard. Pumpkin ale is getting shut out so far, which is kind of surprising. So, moving on to our fourth category, body. This time of year, when you say the word body, your brain kind of just goes right to horror movies, you know, dead bodies and blood and gore and guts and all that. But no, we're not talking about that. We're strictly keeping it to the beer here. So, with that said, let's check the body for pumpkin ale, beer number 1. Pretty substantial, full body. Again, we've been over that in previous episodes. Yeah, full body beer. No real question there. Cheez-It time. Alright, body check for beer number 2, Night Owl. Oh yeah, hands down, very easy decision here. Pumpkin ale definitely has the fuller body. So, scoreboard update. It's Night Owl 3, Pumpkin Ale 1. So that brings us to our final category, drinkability. We've made it to our final category, drinkability. Let's check it for pumpkin ale on the left. For an 8% beer, that's pretty drinkable. It's more of like a dessert kind of genre, but yeah, it's still pretty drinkable. You can pick out the booze a little bit. It's not like crazy, but it is there. You can feel it out. It's not masked incredibly well. You can distinguish it. Cheez-It break, please. Now let's see how easy Night Owl goes down. Slight edge to Night Owl. This kind of stems from a couple of factors. ABV, body. You know, this guy's 8%. This guy is 6.7. This is full-bodied. Night Owl is more light to medium body, if you will. Another kind of factor here is genre. This is more of a dessert kind of beer, whereas Night Owl is like a straight-up ale. So there's a few factors there. So it's not a huge disparity, but there is a slight edge in the drinkability area for Night Owl. Now, taking a look at the grand scheme of things, scoreboard update, you're looking at Night Owl 4, Pumpkin Ale 1. And guess what? It is our final judgment time. So, anything goes. You know, the scoreboard doesn't matter here. The final judgment time is the ultimate equalizer. So, anything can happen. So, with that said, cue the organ. Final judgment time. My favorite part of every episode. Now, anything goes here, and we're deciding the champion. So, let's start off with Pumpkin Ale from Schlafly, out of St. Louis, Missouri, by the way. Like I said off the top, you know, both of these are outstanding, and you can't go wrong either way. You really can't. But in the era of participation trophies. We don't have those in this contest. So, we have to name a winner. Now, let me have one of these little orange squares over here to cleanse my palate. I'll be right back. Okay. For the final time, the Cheez-It is gone. And they're not coming back. That's it. So, farewell, Cheez-Its. Okay. Final taste test for Night Owl. Okay. We'll do a little wrap up for each beer before we come down to our final decision. This guy is very drinkable. The spice profile is exceptionally well done here. I was very impressed by this one from the start, honestly. Yeah, it's very drinkable. It's enjoyable. The spice is not overpowering. It's not overdone. It's definitely not artificial. I will definitely tell you that. There is nothing in this beer that tastes artificial. And the same goes for this guy, you know, shifting back over to pumpkin ale from Schlafly. Yeah, I mean, there's really not any negatives for either one of these. So this is a really tough call for me to make. You know, this is more of a dessert kind of full body, more filling, sipper kind of thing. The spice element is not quite up to snuff, I don't think. It's not quite there. But yeah, I mean, looking at the scoreboard, not that the scoreboard completely matters in the final judgment time because anything goes, but just for comparison, you know, this guy really did very well in this round. So, before we make our final call, I have a very interesting way of how we're going to show you who wins. So, let's get rid of these glasses. And I only poured about half of each beer. So, I have a really cool glass that I want to show you. So, let me get to the good part here. This is the Sleepy Hollow glass from Kiever Glass out of Massachusetts. They have a lot of really cool stuff. They do pop-up show-ups at different breweries and stuff in the area. So check them out if you haven't. Really cool glassware, you know, cool graphics and everything. Just wanted to give them a little plug. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this glass out here. And we are going to pour the winner into our really cool spooky season Sleepy Hollow glass. So, without too much more rambling here, very close call, and it's kind of an upset based on the rankings online. So, well, we've reached the end of the road, and the Clashing Pumpkins Epic Beer Tournament of 2022. The winner is... Night Owl. Congratulations, Night Owl from Elysian Brewing out of Seattle, Washington. I just want to say thank you to everybody who was watching this from episode 1 to the finals here. I want to say I had a lot of fun doing my very first beer tournament. Had a lot of fun with all the graphics and the theme and all the voiceovers, and really kind of let the creativity, you know, work its magic. So just want to say thank you for watching, and maybe we'll have another tournament at some point, but we're going to shift back to regular beer reviews. So if you haven't seen any of those of mine, please go check those out. And thanks a lot for watching. If you want to see more beer videos from this guy, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and go ahead and follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and you're going to see a whole lot more. As always, thanks a lot for watching, and cheers, beer friends!